Hi everybody, I'm Harry with Studio 801 and this is Music Matters. Today with us we have the band Dormant Hearts.
I'm Adam. I'm the frontman of Dormant Hearts, and I play the guitar and I do vocals.
Where are you from?
Oh, yeah. I'm originally from Rhode Island, but I moved to Texas when I was 5. And I've been all over the DFW area since.
I'm Cass. I play the drums, and I've been in Frisco pretty much my whole life, other than like the first year where I was in Lolo, which is still Frisco.
Hey, I'm Hannah. Yes, I'm the bassist. I also play a little bit of guitar, but only a little bit. Where I'm from. So I was born in Japan, weirdly enough, and then we moved around, and then we got in the States, Utah, Idaho, and now Texas. And we've been in Texas since.
I'm Tracy. I'm the manager and the guitar tech. I am from Texas. I spent 20 years traveling the world with the military, and retired and moved back to Texas and been here since.
I'd like to know, could you tell me about your influences? Who are like some of your favorite artists? Who are the people that inspire your music?
I listen to all sorts of everything all the time. We were talking about a few practices ago. We were like, every practice that we have, we always talk about what we're listening to that week, and they'll come out like, I've been listening to this artist, I've been listening to this genre, and I'll like go open the playlist that I was listening to that week, and I'll be like, I've been listening to, it's all over the place. It's hard to explain. It's all over the place. But I think the things that come out most whenever I'm playing are a lot of like 90s and 2000s kind of sounds, whether it's pop punk influence or early grunge or early metal. It's all over the place in that. Or sometimes it'll be like a little bit of like soft pop, like Toad the Wet Sprocket or Gin Blossoms and things like that.
I like Prince Daddy and the Hyena is my biggest influence, I feel like, overall in music. But drumming wise, I think that I've been listening to a lot of New Avenged Sevenfold, Bruce Swackerman, Brooks Swackerman, Delta Sleep, their drummer is insane. Yeah. Cali Cousins, just a lot of punk, and I've been getting into a lot more metal more recently.
I mostly get my influence from a lot of Iron Maiden and a lot of older bands like Black Sabbath and stuff like that. A lot of the classics.
Joe Fender is where I get my influence, because I really don't play an instrument. Just like Joe, I repair them, I build them, and so he's really been my influence, because he never played one either.
Tell me a little bit about what you do for the band besides your guitar tech, your manager. What? Tell me about these guys a little bit.
Well, Hannah's my daughter, so that's how I initially got involved in the band. But when they started setting up all the legal aspects of the band, I stepped up and helped them figure out the paperwork and worked with that. And I also act as an advisor. They make the decisions. I advise them on, okay, is this going to be a good decision, no bad decision, and such, and work with them as far as that goes. Like I said, I work with all the equipment, maintain all the equipment for them. Anything else I do that's kind of, if it's needed and they can't do it, I kind of step in.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. We all are in that boat of, hey, I can't do this. Can any of you guys do it? And usually Tracy's the one that steps up and is like, I got it.
Yeah, you actually put the kill switch on his guitar.
Yeah.
I totally relate to it because like my two sons, Ryan and Blake, they both play music. They go to school, but they're in bands. They're in multiple bands.
Yeah.
And then we run the studio, and a lot of times it's I play a role kind of like you do, the advisor, and try to help bring the platform, the infrastructure, whatever it is, because one of the challenges that I've seen is that bands have trouble kind of organizing stuff, and like the things that are not playing music are hard.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's definitely a learning experience for all of us, like every day.
Music
But-
is already hard.
One of the other things I do for them is I run the webpage, dormanthearts.net, dormanthearts.com. So if you get a chance, look up dormanthearts.net or dormanthearts.com. You can get all the links to their music, released music there.
Awesome. So Adam, I think you had told me when we talked earlier that you've been working around before, and now you're wanting to like make a change kind of in focus. Tell me a little bit about your focus on music.
Yeah, so I had graduated high school and didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I knew that I wanted it to be in music. And Dormant Hearts is a project that I was working on for a very long time. But in the midst of band members coming and going and things just seemingly blowing up in my face up until I met these guys, I had gone back to college to go and try and be an elementary school music teacher, and that didn't pan out quite the way that I wanted it to, but we're here and we're doing this, and this is looking like it's going somewhere, and I'm very excited about it, and I'm glad to still be in music.
Awesome. Cass, can you tell me about how you guys all met?
We met through another drummer at college, Will, and he was filling in for them for a show, and he reached out to me and he was like, hey, I know these guys that are in a metalish band and they're looking for a drummer, can you meet with them? And I was like, okay. And then first rehearsal I was like, okay, I gotta drive, or how am I gonna get here? And I had to drive like an hour or so, and I was like, oh damn. Okay. But I drove up and we were all chilling and playing and hanging out, and it was a lot of fun. So
Awesome.
Just generally, I want to ask you guys a question. Those of you are familiar with Frank Sinatra,
Yeah.
way back. He had a song called Strangers in the Night that he didn't really like. And towards the end of the song, he got so mad. Supposedly, this is what the internet says. He started just going, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, da-da-da-da-da, Scooby-Dooby-Doo. And that's where the character Scooby-Doo was named after.
actually,
Yes.
So, how do you give your fans, your audience, the people what they want, yet not compromise what you want to express in the music?
I think in this stage of being a band, I think it's a bit easier because we don't have that much of an audience yet to be appeasing. But I think the biggest things that we're doing right now are we're experimenting with different sounds in our own music. I mean, in the music we'll play for you in a little bit, you'll kind of hear those extreme differences and finding what we sound like. But I think there really is no compromise for good sound. There's a lot of things that we'll go and run through and practice like time and time again, and we'll be like, does that sound good? And if we're not sure, we'll just keep running it and figuring things out until we think it sounds good. And I think if we think it sounds good and we're excited about it, and we want to push it and we want other people to hear it, then I think it's ready. And I think that other people who listen to it and feel the same way about it, those are our fans.
Yeah.
Those are the people that have been behind us since we started putting out music and since we started performing places, and those are the people that are still with us. And I think that they feel the same way about it that we do, and I think any changes coming in the future won't be a huge surprise to them because of how different we are already. But I think that's the way that we do that.
yeah. And a lot of music, like you were saying, I feel like it's about energy. So if you're trying to appease people, people are gonna sense that. So like you were saying, being yourself and just doing what you think is good in music is going to show, and that energy is going to resonate with the people that it's meant for. And some people might not dig stuff at first, but there's been tons of albums that were from bands I liked that I first listened to, and I was like, man, what are they doing?
Yeah.
And then the more I listen to it, I'm just like, okay, actually, this goes hard. I really like this, and I think that energy really shows through. That's what we're trying to do as well.
Awesome. That's a fantastic answer.
Check these guys out at dormanthearts.com and dormanthearts.net for their latest releases. We'll have something put up on the Studio 801 YouTube channel and on rockinwinter.com with this interview and with some of the songs you're going to hear. Here's Dormant Hearts.